Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I've got a really big problem right here in my backyard, and I need to get this tree to go down where I want it to versus where it wants to, which could be on my house. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, well, you saw there in the intro, I've got a big problem. Huge red oak. I mean, this thing is probably 5 foot on the stump. I took and held up a 42-inch bar that I've got for this. This is going to be... This thing is freaking massive. So this is my solution to the problem. 120cc Husqvarna that I rebuilt with a aftermarket kit in it, jug, cylinder. This thing is a freaking beast, freaking monster. But it needs a little help. It's not happy with the. So I had to put a new flywheel on it. Is the deal, right? If you want to go back and look at the video where I resurrected this saw from the dead, basically, this thing was overheated like no other saw, right? I had several subscribers say, oh my god, I've never seen anything that bad. I mean, it wasn't like it was just straight gassed. It was like it was ran until it just melted down and seized up, right? So I've got aftermarket highway, non-titanical, whatever just the regular highway is. Beautiful grinding cylinder on this one. Got it ported, just opened things up a little bit. Gave it a little bit more fuel, did the carb adjustment trick, but I also had to put a flywheel on here. The coil was bad on this saw, and the deal with this is there's two different coils that they used as they progressed through the years. So this was an earlier one. It had like a 3-pronged coil. If you want to see that one, it's on my channel, and it's been now since replaced with a 2-prong coil and a new flywheel, because the 3-prong coil isn't available anymore. So you have to get the 2-prong coil, which looks exactly like a 272 coil, which is what I have here. This one I got from, I don't remember, but it is a DZE, and at least they've got some sort of name brand on there. The Husqvarna ones, I'm not going to pay, 75 or 100 bucks, so this one was about 35. It's got a name brand on it, and it's from a reputable seller that, will guarantee that it works. So this is what I am going with, and we'll see if we can get it installed on here. I'm going to try to start it up for you quick so you can hear what it's doing at high RPM. I've got a 48-inch bar for this, and chain. The chain for this thing alone was like 50 bucks. So just keep that in mind. The bigger saw, the bigger bar, the more chain, everything gets more expensive up in this range. But I got a really good deal on this. I found this on Marketplace. It was a actual garage sale, and there was like pictures of the stuff at the garage sale, and there was a couple orange blobs laying in the garage floor along the wall. And man, I was excited to get this. Super excited to have it. This is an awesome saw. Right, a once-in-a-lifetime saw. These saws go for $2,200, something like that, if you were to try to buy one new. Right around $2,000, anyway, with the bar and chain. So, let's dig in here. I got a new air filter on it, but essentially what I need to do is get this thing in fight and trim, right? Because it's got a big battle ahead of it. Big battle. I just checked that I properly winterized this, and I sure did. No fuel in the tank. So, for this saw, and saws like it, 100 plus cc's or even anywhere close, putting fuel in the tank for the first time in a new season and trying to get it pulled over and started is basically a losing battle. So, proper starting technique for a saw this size is this exact thing here. Just take some fresh gas, roll it right down the aft there, and Now we'll go to try to get it started. I want you guys to hear this thing just bouncing off the rev limiter at like 9,500. Ooh, I have a tack. We can see what we can see actually what the thing is doing at rev limiter RPM. See, and that's with gas down the carb. What if we didn't do that? Can you imagine? Golly, did I lose spark? Well, I guess we test for spark. Well, I'm not seeing spark. Okay, we're starting with a new coil. So, new coil. This couldn't have come at a better time, right? Completely not working. So. Now this was running at one time, and the reason it wasn't, other than being, straight gassed and burned down the first time, was the coil. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just not working. I did check the line. I've even got a video on that if you want to go back through and see, troubleshooting a bad coil. That is on my channel. Make sure to check that out. Give it a thumbs up. Hey, give this one a thumbs up. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one down through there, but good news is I don't need this boot on there. Yeah, so the deal is the new DZE one does not come with the carb boot or this little electrode deal. It's good and hooked in there. Yeah, I did this, of course, to the wire. I did that. That goes up and through there. Okay. Make sure to recreate that on this one. So yeah, just looking at it, the OEM replacement one that I put on there, which apparently now is having some issues, versus a 272. Just like that. Right. Put that one on there. Alright, we've got our business card. So, I'm using that. Well, if you've never set your coil to flywheel spacing, let's do some of that. I never used to use like business cards. I would always try to get it like as close as I could because I didn't think the business card got it quite close enough. But it turns out I actually measured it, and it's about 12 thousandths, where they say to go to about 10 thousandths. But this is a little bit tight fitting. So how do we back that up out of there? I guess we'll have to take a file and file out 10 thousandths. So if you're wondering if you can use a 272 coil on a 372, I guess the answer is no. At least this one from DZE. Okay, I did just manage to get it filed down enough to where it fits on there, and we don't have interference. Man, is it close though. I mean, yeah, it's close. But I did manage to get the business card down in between there with it on there, so should be good to go. Yeah, so we'll just go reverse order, putting it back together here. Alright, let's give this another go. I'm fairly confident there's fuel and air mixture coming up into the jug. I mean, it was a puff of mist, you know. So let's try it with this coil. Immediately. Okay, we know we're good there. Where the heck did this thing come from? Here? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Okay, so we're running. Not well though. Let's adjust this carb just a little bit. All it has got is the low adjustment. So we'll just lean it out about a quarter turn there. Yeah, so we'll put it back together. Oh yeah, that was, so now it's bouncing off the high jet, limited high jet, right? I opened that one up, I actually drilled it out, as Donnie Walker said, checked the drill bit from the Alphabet drill bits, and picked the next size up, drilled it out with that. So now it's revving out to, well, let's grab a tack and find out. So this is one of those times where it's really nice to have a tack. So I've got a wireless tack. I've actually got a video where I go through and show you this tack. It's a ProLine wireless tack. We will see where we're limiting out to on this saw now. What do you think the RPM was at full throttle there? What'd that sound like to you? What do you think Donnie Walker would want it tuned into at while he uses that trick to drill through the carb? No, that wasn't it. Well, I was going to show you on the tack and have it all dramatic. I saw 12.3. 12.3 on the tack as it was reading. So, I mean, that's pretty much as high as you want to go with a saw like this, right? So there you go. DZE unlimited coil, drilling out the carb, gets you right there at 12.3, and boom, you've got a big 120cc chainsaw ported, just roaring through the wood now. We aren't going to cut down the tree in this episode. If that's what you were expecting, we're not quite there yet. But that's going to happen this fall at some point. Again, I want to get it on the ground before it decides to get on the ground and go whatever direction it wants to go. So I'll pick a day where there's very little wind and, yeah, start cutting it down. Subscribe for that and get out there, have you some man time too.